The Met Gala Mishaps. This is Married to Medicine, Season 12, Episode 14. So Dr. Simone and Jackie having their, everyday lunch like they do, meet up and just talking about everything. We got this Met Gala coming up. But actually, before we get to talk about that, Curtis, who obviously everybody know what happened between the boys and their little conversation with the therapy session they had down in Jamaica, to where Curtis gave some unsolicited advice about King and Quad having a baby, unmarried and all that type of stuff, right? So Jackie letting us know that sometimes she do got to pull Curtis to the side in private, mind you, to let him know that, listen, when it comes to women's and their health and their bodies and things like that, you might want to zip the lip and just not say nothing, okay? Because it's just gonna cause problems, you know what I'm saying? Especially coming from a man. So, obviously Curtis took it, from his wife and boop, boop, boop. Move on, move on. With the Met Gala, though, they're noticing, that, Toya is doing the job, which they did congratulate her and Eugene for a good couples trip. Well done. But this Met Gala thing, it was already pretty much brought up that Mimi, Brandy, and Angel were not going to contribute financially to this event because they were the newbies and they weren't necessarily included. Somewhere along the line, Toya put up a picture of her and Dr. Jackie on the flyer, like, ooh, this is, our Met Gala stuff, founder members type stuff. And it ruffled people, ruffled some feathers because how was you putting up pictures of you and Jackie? Like, y'all, the face of the whole thing, which Jackie is, sure. But you put you up there, nobody else, girl. Where is the rest of us? So I think she might have fixed it, but still excluded the 1-3 who said that they weren't going to contribute only because they said they weren't going to contribute. So basically, Simone and Jackie, they keep their fingers crossed because they already know Toya owns some bull, but we got to pull this Met Gala thing off no matter what, okay? And this year, they're going to give money to Met students to help with their scholarship but for college. So Stevie and Mimi are at home, and she's cooking, trying to be a good wife or whatever. Cooking must not be her forte, but we learned that they are building their forever home from scratch. Okay, cute 5-bedroom, nice and big out there in Atlanta. Just can't wait for it to get done. And then, what's the baby name? They son, whole lot better. Okay, they done found some things. It's working out. Got this baby with some speech therapy or something. Improvement, 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 and that is all we listen. That's all they need. That's all everybody need. Improvement, happy home, happy kids, happy wife, happy life. They got it. They found something happy medium going on over there. As long as they keep him involved and things like that, and both of them together, they're good. Okay, so we see Toya and Eugene, and the frustrations are running high. Okay, well, before we get into the Met Gala stuff, they are in Eugene's new office medical space. Remember, he was trying to find something so that he wouldn't have to be going back and forth to these outside cities to their hospitals, trying to get some work. He can just, set up shop right there, 20 minutes away from home. That way he can be a little bit more home more often. Okay. So, kind of like earlier with Simone and Jackie, they were going over the text messages in the group chat, okay? Because, all these groups or all the shows, for the most part, got a group chat amongst the ladies where they go through things, events, this happening, woody woody wah. With the Met Gala coming up, the messages have gone a little bit haywire, okay? Because the girls don't know what Toya is doing. And Toya is frustrated because she don't know what the ladies is doing, because none of the ladies is there to help her. And the ladies is basically saying, we're asking for help and everything, but you're not giving it. So, I'm not sure where it's a lack of communication, I guess, on both sides. There's a lack of respect for Toya with this, because remember, this is kind of set up for her to fail, which I really don't want it. I don't even know why they want it to fail, because this is your all thing. You know what I'm saying? This is a collective thing amongst the group. I mean, mainly Dr. Jackie's, but we don't want us to have a bad look, a bad name off of this, right? And y'all putting it all on Toya, and I don't know whether y'all want to help or not, or acting like y'all want to help or not. Do we really want this to be a disaster? It's just kind of how I would ask myself, and I would have sent the money, and I would have, what I had to do. So Toya just frustrated because she's doing it all on her back, all by herself, basically. And yeah, hopefully it turns out good. I don't know. Dr. Heavenly and Mimi over there on the phone talk to each other. They ain't got no hopes. They don't know what's going on. They ain't got no trust in Toya at all. And you see, that's kind of your fault, Mimi. You hanging around, you all on Dr. Heavenly's side, not getting to know everybody, even though we know Toya is a little, she is a little lot, but she's still cool, right, to get to know. So I don't know. Next, we see Simone with her family, and they're going to have dinner again. Okay, it's kind of a repeat of, should we call it the dinner from hell, where the financials, the schooling, that whole talk took a turn for the worst, okay? This dinner was actually nice. Got some understanding, got some apologies, okay? Michael and Miles, it was mostly Michael, just realizing where they both went wrong, okay, in the conversation. Simone acknowledging where, obviously her wrongs in the situation, and just making sure that they understand where she was coming from. Cecil, him not stepping up in the moment at the time, apologizing for that. We just got to do better, and we just got to show Simone that they appreciate her, they love her, and they're not taking her for granted. That's pretty much what this conversation kind of boiled down to. And the boys are in a better space to where, they, of course, they don't want to be living off mom forever, and, got to break off on your own at some point. And I'm sure Michael, he got the guts, though, to get there. Miles, on the other hand, I'm sorry, Dr. Slow. Miles goofy, okay, ain't nothing wrong with it. But they go get it together. And with the scene, just talking about myself here, because I actually kind of related real quick. I'm like, dang, am I Simone in my own situation? And yes, I kind of am, because I'm the only female in my house with my man and my son. And they just don't get it when I say that I do everything around here. They be like, what? I do this, I do that. Yeah, but when you really, really think about it, I run the machine. And if I get off the pedal, the machine is gonna crash. Right? So I'm like, yeah, Simone, I feel you now that I'm saying, yeah, I see, I got a little bit of that. Not a lot of it, but a little bit. Okay, so it's the day of the Met Gala. Everybody getting dressed, everybody getting ready. While Toya and Eugene are at the venue, making sure everything is fine. The theme is living art. So she might not have sent out nobody. I was eating some chips. She did not send anybody the address to the day, or the address of the place, until the day of, Okay, so Contessa, we see her getting dressed, and she's like, I don't even know what the heck's going on. This is crazy. We asked for all this help, but all she asked for was just money and just to show up. Okay, show up as living art to go along with the theme. The core six: Contessa, Simone, Jackie, Heavenly, Quad. Is Toya the sixth one? They all donated the price that they asked for, which was $2,500. The newbie girls, Angel, Brandy, Mimi, did not donate any money, but they bought a ticket. But also, remember Mimi and Steve said they weren't gonna do nothing? Yeah, they wasn't gonna do nothing. I'm like, did y'all not know that? Because I could have swore they told you that. So don't be acting like you was surprised now. So everybody is arriving, Dr. Jackie, Dr. Simone there first, of course, good uh hourly fashion. And yes, Toya did a good job. It looks great. Good girl. Okay, you pulled it off. Good to see my money went somewhere. Okay. Dr. Mimi walked in with Steve, and remember, they did not buy a ticket or make a donation. You need a ticket to get in here. Are you on the list? They said, oh, well, we should be Dr. Jackie +1. Whoop, whoop. Okay, hold on. Let me go check. Eugene, we got some people over here saying that they're +1 for Dr. Jackie. Can you come and confirm? They went over there and said, yeah, bro. You ain't buy no ticket, remember? It's $150 to get in here. The tickets go to the scholarship fund and whatever. So they all stuck on last year stuff like, well, dang, I donated last year. I ain't need no ticket last year. Well, guess what? This ain't last year. This is today. And it was Phaedra in charge last year. Oh, Phaedra ain't here. I'm here. And who's in charge? Me and Toya. So guess what? 150, bruh. I'm just glad that Eugene got a little get back right there. I liked it. Because, they was tripping. So, of course, Toya got a shade Heavenly because, they showed up, and I think Dr. Damon and Heavenly showed up in black. So, it's like, supposed to be living art, and y'all just showed up plain, like y'all boring, like y'all boring like y'all are. But, she wasn't expecting nothing. At least they showed up, right? Everybody else is showing up. Contessa, I kind of want to say I like the first outfit you had on first, or at least the hair. Why you put on this wig, girl? And she walking around with a frame talking about living art. Brandy, kudos. Thank you. I liked her outfit because it went with the theme. Boop, boop, boop. And Toya, living art, you just painted your face because the dress was just a regular old sundress. I ain't gonna lie. Now, while we got the shade, the pepper lemon wings. Was they pepper lemon pepper wings? Girl, it's wing dings on every menu everywhere you go. It don't matter. They talking about if you serve chicken on the menu, then the people ain't gonna pay. That's broke people food. Is that what you're trying to say? Girl. So I don't know what Steve thought he was doing going up to Eugene to try to explain him not buying a ticket or buying a ticket. I don't know. I guess for him, he ain't want to buy no ticket. He was going to plan on coming and donating, by buying the art and whatever else that they had going on. But technically, you buy the ticket and you still donate like that. I don't want to get into all the, semantics of the situation, right? Because yeah, right. Regardless, events, you pay to go to events, fundraisers, Met Galas, like all that type stuff. You pay a ticket. You pay a table, which is the ticket. You know what I'm saying? And while you're there participating is where the extra money will be spent on whatever is going on that they are advertising for the event. So I don't know. Steve, you kind of lost me there a little bit because I was, I'm on Toya's side just because It could have all been avoided had you just bought a ticket. Brandy didn't want to contribute. She didn't. But guess what she did? She bought a ticket. You know what I'm saying? Like, Angel didn't want to contribute, and she didn't. But guess what she did? She bought a ticket. So that's all you had to do. And for me, it's like, well, dang, I just think Toya just don't like me. It's a vendetta against me, and we just ain't gonna ever get right because I just can't get right with her. Curtis gets a chance to apologize to King and Quad about, being married and having babies, because he can have his beliefs, true. But preaching to somebody who really don't need it, yeah, he can keep it to himself. So they're cool with it, misunderstanding, they understandable, but they got it. So the Met Gala is going on just nicely. Simone is giving Toya all her props because it's beautiful and you did a good job. It's time for and ignore all the haters because they over there talking about you. Heavenly and Mimi. It's okay, okay. You did good, girl. It's time to give out the scholarships. They go give out the scholarships. The ladies, it was, I think, 2 checks given to 2 young ladies to, help pursue their medical careers. And the core, or I wouldn't say the core group, the whole group got up to take pictures and, present the check. Whoop de whoop de whoop. Toya making in her announcement, she says, thanks to the founders and the core group. Okay, because Brandy, Mimi, and I think Angel came up there to take the picture and hold the check as well. Because I was like, why they get up? Let's have so why they get up? And then when she said what she said, why you gonna turn your little face up at it, Mimi? Because your ass, yeah, right. She was talking about you, and you didn't donate, and was trying to fight it, and all that bull. But it's all right because Dr. Heavily gonna take the damn microphone. And why did you let her do that? Nah, Heavily took the mic and she actually gave props to Toya and congratulations. Everything turned out so great. I'm so happy. So she gives her a good a good A plus. You did great on the thing, on the venue, on the event, but an F because your attitude walking around the dang thing, she ain't like it. But girl, was she supposed to be nice to you when you wasn't gonna be nice to her? I would have paid you dust too. The heck? Listen, look, now Simone got the kids against Heavily. What? Michael said, hey, I ain't say hi to that lady. Y'all see Gary with the T in the back. What up? What up, Gary? Well, this was the finale, and we don't get no little tag postcards for them, but we do get, a little outro of the party. We see them all dancing, having fun. Last words from Simone and Heavenly. Simone, I ain't messing with that lady. Heavenly, like, man, whatever. I'm gonna keep trying because Simone just be holding grudges, but I don't be holding grudges. See, and that be that bull because they be serious and your ass just be the joking all the time, like, girl, no. And then Quad and King because the producers ask her, what's the future for you and King? And she like, I don't even know. And see, I don't know when these confessionals was filmed, like after, to do the breakup or not the breakup. But she was just saying like, hell, I mean, I don't know. I could be with him or I could not be. Beep. And of course, we know they are broken up, okay? We get to see a preview of the reunion. The ladies are wearing all red. I think y'all seen the looks. This season kind of went. Did it go fast or slow? It felt like it went kind of fast, but we'll get to the reunion. Get to them looks, and yeah, get to the real drama because some things shall be addressed. But anyway, thank you for watching. This was the finale. I can't believe this was the finale. Like I said, it came so fast. Don't y'all wish when the episodes was like 25 episodes a season? Goodness gracious, why can't you get that back, please? At least for this show, because we can't do with the housewives. At least for the medicine girls. But anyway, like I said, we'll get to the reunion part 1, and that's it. Good season so far. Y'all enjoyed it. It wasn't so bad. Not so bad at all. They keep it good as they normally do. Every episode was pretty much on point. with the entertainment level, the drama level, because everybody love a little drama. Um, and yeah, went pretty good. So yeah, like I said, we'll get to the reunion and we'll discuss later. All right, bye. Thank you for watching. Peace out. Married to Medicine, season 12.